What's up, Taiwan? How's it going? I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. China could use force to bring Taiwan to the negotiating table as early as next year, according to the Director General of Taiwan's National Security Bureau.
武力攻台没有赢的可能，会造成国际上对他的经济制裁、外交的孤立，断送了他所谓中华民族伟大的复兴。
Chen Ming-tong made a statement to Taiwanese lawmakers, adding that domestic instability in China could also lead Beijing to take action against Taiwan. Chen's remarks come as the head of the U.S. Navy this week warned that China could try and invade Taiwan before 2024. U.S. Navy officials had previously forecast that China could take action on Taiwan before 2027. The United States is considering a plan to jointly produce weapons with Taiwan. That's according to a report from Nikkei Asia. It comes after U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said earlier this week that China is determined to pursue unification with Taiwan on a much faster timeline. China has recently ramped up military activity around Taiwan, which it claims is part of its own territory. Beijing has now renounced the use of force to achieve this goal. Taiwan's Defense Ministry told Nikkei it will make a request to the U.S. to expedite arms sales. The Foreign Ministry said on Thursday that it had no comment on the report. For more on the significance of possible weapons manufacturing cooperation between the U.S. and Taiwan, we spoke to Su Ziyun, a weapons expert in Taiwan's Institute of National Defense and Security Research. We asked him how important this policy would be for Taiwan's overall defense capability.
我的观察是这样子，就是这个就是消息，我相信可能性是很高的。主要是因为台湾跟美国以前已经有这样的一个经验，也就是工业合作，比如说战斗机，还有就是 warship 船舰都有合作的这个经验。那第二个是美国本身它的这个工业的那个能力，第一个受到疫情 pandemic 的影响。 那第二个是俄乌战争的影响，所以考虑到这个时间的压力，也就是一般预估可能在2027年，中国可能会用武力，就是来对付台湾。那在刚才像主持人说了，在5年的时间，比较短的时间，这个 short term 里面，如果台湾可以加入这个就是一起生产的行列，对于美国跟台湾来讲，都是会是比较就是有帮助的。
Taiwan's government has tapped TSMC founder Morris Chang to be its representative at this year's APEC summit once again. It will be the 6th time that Chang will serve as the country's envoy to the Regional Trade Organization's leadership meeting. The two-day summit will be held in Thailand in mid-November. The meeting is being held in person for the first time since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. A gang member has killed himself after rampage in Taipei's Wanhua district. As Chang Venturist reports, police are still investigating the gangster's motives before others, including a police officer, have suffered gunshot wounds.
Captured on video, a police standoff. A gunman emerges from a doorway with a hostage before turning the gun on himself. The 57-year-old shooter, Chou Guolong, a suspected gang member, was pronounced dead at a nearby hospital. The violence took place in one of Taipei's poorest and most densely populated districts, Wanhua. Earlier that evening, Chou fired at 3 men in apparent gang-related violence. He then fled the scene with 4 hostages, including a woman and a child.
第一时间到达现场之后，我们立即启动快打部队以外，那调动全分级的有所有的可以调动的警力到现场，将整个4处的街道全部的封锁。
During an hour-long standoff with police, all hostages were released. One police officer was shot.
还有他有穿防弹衣的，所以只有打到大腿的，应该是右大腿。 不过还有那个没有打到动脉，所以大概开刀，今天晚上连夜开刀把那个伤口清理掉就可以。
Violent crime is rare in Taiwan, with 3.61 incidents per 100,000 people, and is considered one of the safest countries in Asia. A crackdown on organised crime over the summer saw 450 people arrested and more than 100 firearms seized. This week, Taiwan relaxed gun rules for police officers, expanding the situations in which they can use lethal weapons, a reaction to 2 police officers being killed in August by an escaped convict. The motives behind this latest incident are still unknown, but the shootings and the hostage-taking in one of the capital's busiest neighbourhoods has rattled residents and put a spotlight on the battle against violent crime. Rick Lowett and James Rayner for TaiwanPlus.
King Eswatini III of Eswatini has arrived in Taiwan for his 18th visit to the country. The African nation of Eswatini is Taiwan's only remaining diplomatic ally on the continent and a vocal supporter of Taiwan's international participation. On his trip, the king is expected to hold an event aimed at attracting Taiwanese investment, visit an oil refinery, and meet with Eswatini students in Taiwan. South Korea is reinstating visa-free entry for travelers with a Taiwanese passport. The program starts in November, but visitors will need to apply online for travel authorization 3 days before their trip. They will also have to fill out a health questionnaire upon arrival. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, Korea was Taiwan's 3rd most popular tourist destination, with 500 flights every week between the 2 countries. A little taste of Taiwan in New York. Taiwan's representative office in the Big Apple has a new mural wall to welcome visitors. The office commissioned and acclaimed Taiwanese artist for the piece, Michael Lin. He says his design was inspired by traditional floral fabrics. Speaking at the unveiling of the wall, Office Director General James Lee said the goal of the mural is to showcase Taiwan's unique culture to foreign visitors and to give the feeling of home to visiting Taiwan nationals. Taiwan is showing off its latest styles with Taipei Fashion Week. As part of the events, one runway show showcased pieces made exclusively from second-hand denim products. The designers of the collection want to promote zero-waste fashion. To highlight the collection's theme of equality, the show culminated with an official marriage of the same-sex couple dressed in the upcycled denim outfits. A popular scenic area in central Taiwan is launching a new camping option for visitors to stay at. But as Eric Gao reports, there are some concerns that this increased human activity could have a negative impact on the local environment.
Enjoying the outdoors in comfort. These tents are right outside the visitor center of Gaomei Wetlands, a 300-hectare nature reserve in central Taiwan. People are now allowed to stay the night with all the amenities of home.
虽然风蛮大的，但是我觉得很好玩，然后还可以去木栈道啊，看螃蟹。
The wetlands are known for its biodiversity, with crabs, mudskippers, and birds all living there. Officials say they've taken steps to minimize the campers' impact on the local ecology.
是沿用游客中心里面的盥洗室来做使用吼，所以这部分我们就没有新增更多的生活污水了。
游客所衍生的这些垃圾，那我们固定是每周来由委外的业者来固定做清运。
Despite these precautions, conservationists warn that the increased human activity will still affect the environment.
附近的地方，也许夜游或者是走路。那在这个旅客服务中心的附近的那些防风林里面，事实上是有相当多的鹿蟹在那个位置，当然会干扰鸟类栖息的这个因素也要考虑进去。
Scholars say that while the campsite will bring more tourists to the area, operators need to work harder to keep the sanctuary as pristine as possible for wildlife. Kama Xu and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching today's What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, today we leave you with images of a free BTS concert in Busan. The event was in support of South Korea's bid to host the World Expo. I'm Ethan. Take care, and I'll see you next time.